God damn it, Hogan, I hate you. Get out of my life. A McMahon never loses. Welcome back to Fog Wrestling. It is the Smackdown. After WrestleMania, we get McMahon, we get Hogan. Do we get any of the two guys that contest at the Mania 19 main event? No. Let more of that to come though, because we have to kick off where we always kick off. We go through the Velocity tapings. Chavo Guerrero defeated Shannon Moore. I want more. Tajiri defeated Buddy Wayne. Johnny Stamboli and Chuck Palumbo defeated Tony Cassini and Havoc, while Cruiserweight Champion Matt Hardy defeated Sho Funaki. What great four matches. Any of these four could literally main event Mania 41. But we begin the show with Mania 19, the same repackaged, I was going to say garbage, but I mean it's Crack Addict 5-minute recap of Mania 19. It's not really garbage, but here, I guess during these times, people watch Raw, and some people just watch SmackDown, so you need it to show it again.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I mean, we always hear that some people were actually Team Raw, some people were Team SmackDown. I mean, I think both shows were certainly good enough that you'd watch them both, but I mean, it did actually genuinely feel like there was a rivalry going, and maybe some people consider that, like, if they were watching the other show, it was almost like they were supporting the other team. I wouldn't quite go that far, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that's how some people felt.
Yeah, but I tell you what, the rivalry, who's got the best GM? It's obviously Eric Bischoff, but Steph McMahon kicks off this show, puts over Mania, says that the two guys here are not going to appear. Brock Lesnar, he's not here. He will not be appearing tonight. Kurt Angle, on the other hand, he will not be appearing for 2 months. He's out. Hamstring and neck injury. Brock obviously landed in his head last night. Severe concussion. But she announces that is the price that every wrestler pays trying to get the WWE title. But tonight there's going to be a tournament. A lot of guys. You've got Taker, Cena, Mysterio, Benoit, Guerrero, Rhino, Big Show, A-Train. I think that's pretty much everybody in it. So looking forward to the tournament. But it's like Stephanie McMahon comes out. She's just not Bischoff. Never will be. And it's like
Never has been, never will be.
Yeah, she cuts this promo, and I don't know about. The vibes I get is that she honestly just couldn't wait to wrap this up and get backstage behind the curtain. See, when Bischoff talks, I feel like the guy could speak all night. But obviously, he can't do that.
No, obviously, he can't speak all night because it would be a 2-hour show with just Eric Bischoff. But, no, 100%.
I just think Stephanie McMahon is just nowhere. When she ain't nowhere near the level of Bischoff, and it's just another reason why I prefer Raw to SmackDown. Maybe when SmackDown gets Heyman and Kurt Angle, that will be a definite, a better side of it. But she just doesn't even appear as much as Bischoff. Bischoff feels like an integral part to SmackDown. Stephanie doesn't really feel the same over on SmackDown that Bischoff feels to Raw. But anyway, tournament match number 1, Undertaker against Rey Mysterio. The winner will face Eddie Guerrero or John Cena. Undertaker wins with a last ride. I thought this was a very good match for what it was. It was like 5 minutes long. Rey goes for 619, goes for the Hurricane Rana. Undertaker catches it, slams him down. Last ride. Taker absolutely squishes him like a bug into the mat. Picks him up though. Handshake. Undertaker gives Rey Mysterio a wee nod of approval here. I liked it.
Yeah, Undertaker's paying homage, and we've seen Undertaker do this. He's taken on the locker room leader role, and he respected Rey for putting up a pretty good fight, so it is what it is.
But he's not going anywhere. 17 more years.
No, he's not going anywhere. He'll be here for the long run, but I mean, of course, Undertaker was going to win, wasn't he?
Aye, he's got to arrive. But talking of arriving, McMahon. Vince McMahon arrives. He tells the security guard to let him know as soon as Hulk Hogan arrives. We have Brian Kendrick taking on Jamie Noble, Matt Hardy, and Shannon Moore on commentary. Kendrick actually picks up the win after Nydia accidentally distracts Jamie Noble, but then Matt Hardy comes in, he throws Kendrick out the wing, and then lays down a challenge to Brock Lesnar next week. But then Matt Hardy hits a twist of fate on Kendrick. So what do we make of it? Champion versus champion. Does the Cruiserweight Championship feel on par with Brock Lesnar? Probably not.
No, it definitely does not.
And then the full-blood Italians are stealing some televisions from a delivery truck. Honestly, why can't we get stuff like this with the family in NXT? Because it's filmed in a sense that they don't... It feels like it's undercover. That they don't know they're being filmed. But the family, it's cringe, isn't it?
No, it is, 100%.
It's the same with the Punk and Reign stuff. It's like, it's just a wee bit too much going on. But then we get a recap of Brock Lesnar doing the 450. Of course, landed clean on his neck. They point out here that he's actually lucky he's alive because an inch or two in a different direction and he wouldn't be here. Talking of not being here, Chris Benoit is up next and he's taking on A-Train. Match number 2. Winner will face Big Show or Rhino, and A-Train taps out to the Crippler crossface. I mean, it's just a bit boring, isn't it? I mean, I don't mind Benoit and A-Train at this point. We would label it as the best parties. I actually think A-Train's... I think Albert's best runs in TNA.
TNA?
Testing Albert.
Oh, right, I thought you meant like TNA is.
I don't remember. Was he even in TNA?
No, that's what I was thinking. I mean, I can't recall him being in TNA. Like, you know what, man? I think A-Train Benoit put on a decent match. It is what it is. It was alright.
Nah, a wee bit boring though, isn't it?
Yeah, no.
I mean, it was alright. Who are we kidding? Stephanie's like, oh, Vince, what you doing here? And Vince is like, I'm going to do something with Hulk Hogan I should have done a long time ago. I'm going to bum him, brother. He didn't say that. Then we got a vignette. Sean O'Hare. I'm not telling you anything you don't already know.
Nah, he likes that wee saying, doesn't he?
He does like that wee saying. It was also announced that we're going to get Piper's Pit next week. Ho-ho!
Piper's Pit.
Piper's Pit. Eddie Guerrero versus John Cena. And what was telling about this is that John Cena wins pretty much clean. F.U. Death Valley Driver. It is Cena against Taker next week. Looking forward to the match.
Should be good.
And I tell you what, Cena's getting pushed to the moon. And it just shows you, man, you can get pushed. None of this holding back.
No.
Put the rocket to somebody.
Put the rocket ship on their back.
Right, up next we've got Hulk Hogan, Jimmy Hart, and Nasty Nick. I don't really know why Hulk Hogan's son's called Nasty Nick, but anyway, Hogan says, I love you, brother, as they show up in a black stretch limousine. Brilliant. Fantastic. Tori Wilson comes out. Big Playboy cover. She's like, I thank everybody. I don't like McMahon, though. He made me do it. But then she gets interrupted by the whole Sable, the old Wildcat entrance music. Sable is back. This is somebody that managed to put the beef with McMahon to one side and come back for a bit of money. You know, it's just Sable being Sable at the end of the day. Thoughts on this?
Sable's back.
No Mark Merrow. Would you take Mark Merrow coming back?
I mean, I think Mark Merrow's done it at this point. I mean,
I never mind that Mark Merrow, but I think the 2000s is some... It's like a perfect time to leave like a guy like Mark Merrow behind.
Yeah, there's not much need for Mark Merrow at this point.
Yeah, but Sable says there's not enough room on SmackDown for 2 Playboy divas, even though I still think me and Tori will be best of friends. She kisses her. What about Sable? What about Tori? They're both marking out there. Absolutely. Up next, though, we hear Kurt Angle's dun 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 dun. But yeah, the hype dies once you actually see 2 Hoorut guys come out and it's no Kurt.
No, you quickly lose interest.
Alright, the interest is out the window. You know what? I actually thought it was a pretty good match with Funaki and Tajiri, but the reality is, I mean, they're not going to fucking beat Team Angle, are they? Charlie Haas makes him tap out with the... What do you make of this? The Haas of Pain?
Decent name for a finishing move. Just don't really care.
Yeah, they win, but I tell you what, Funaki and Tajiri, decent wee team. Cena is then leaving. Josh Matthews like, what do you make about taking on the Undertaker next week? He's like, oh, you know, dead man. I'm going to hit him round the head with a bedpan. I'm going to go over the Undertaker. And just like, it's like, yeah, that's some good. Right, I actually think this was the best part of the. Well, actually, no, McMahon Hogan, but this was good. Right, Undertaker sitting drinking coffee. You've got the FBI like, right, we need to sit down with the dead man. They sit down, Soprano style. Taker's like, you know what? I'm taking everything you're saying. I appreciate it. You came to me like men. But the reality is, you targeted Nathan Jones. You can do what you want about it, but you did it at WrestleMania. And not only did you do it at WrestleMania, you did it when I'm his tag team partner at WrestleMania. I've got a problem with you. I've got a problem with you, Palumbo. I've got a problem with you, Nunzio. I got a problem with Stamboli. Alright? And then Nunzio's like, well, you know what? We've got no choice then. The FBI stand up, they're about to batter the Undertaker, and then who enters? Nathan Jones. In this segment, it fucking dies. Alright, mate. It was, I can't even do the accent.
No, I just lost it. Fuck.
I know.
Crikey, good goal.
Foster's. Nunzio. Nah, I can't do it.
Problem, mate?
Is there a problem here, mate? It's just like...
Yeah, the problem,
like, you fuck off.
Stop.
An Undertaker has to like keep kayfabe here. He's like, Nathan Jones is going to... Nah, fucking ruined it, man.
Did ruin it.
I felt great, and then this guy, he ruins everything. It's like a bad smell. Reeks of shite.
He is.
But then, speaking of shite, we have got the Big Show against Rhino. But Rhino wins via DQ. Because A-Tray runs in and causes a DQ. What the fuck was going on?
I actually don't know what was going on. Like, it was a bit mental.
No, it was mental because why is Big Show not pissed off that A-Train's costing the match?
Well, he should be.
But he's not, and it's just idiotic, to be honest. I mean, can Rhino not... I mean, Rhino's back like a month. Can he not beat Big Show clean? Is it too much to ask? But anyway, that's your final qualifier, tournament, whatever you want to call it, of tonight. Because up next, we've got Vince McMahon. McMahon comes out, he's like, you know what? I'm sorry. I misjudged Hulkamania. And the Hulkamaniacs, I'm going to call Hogan out and say I'm sorry. Hogan comes out, there's a massive reception. Hogan's basically listening to McMahon, right? I'm time to bury the hatchet, brother. Turn the clock back 20 years. I hope you can find it in your heart, Hogan, that we can be friends again. Hogan's like, alright. And Hogan leaves. He's like, you know what? Are you really sure about this? Are you sure? McMahon's like, yes. Hogan then gets on the mic. He's like, thank you, brother. Then as Hulk Hogan's music plays, McMahon's like, cut the music. Thank you, Hulk Hogan, for all the memories. But that's it. That's all that's left. The memories. A McMahon, Mr. McMahon, never loses. He's like, I'm going to pay you to stay at home. Hulkamania dies tonight. I'm going to deny the Hulkamaniacs the privilege of seeing Hulk Hogan. You're going to rot on the sidelines while sitting at your contract. I love the fact that McMahon is portraying himself as such a bastard heel by doing this, when it's like, this is literally what all WCW guys did at the end. For the past 2 years, that's all they've done. So, kind of funny. And then
Karma.
McMahon's like, if you want a piece of me, Hogan, then you can meet me in the parking lot. So McMahon goes to the parking lot. Hogan's acting like a goofball. Here it is, but it is. The guy's mannerisms are stuck in the 80s. He leaves. And then a bunch of police officers turn up. McMahon's like, yeah, leave, you bastard. I fucking hate you. Hogan, screw you. Get out of my life. And then, like, McMahon, I don't know if you noticed this, he actually put the boot through Jimmy Hart and Nasty Nick. He booted Nick Hogan in the arse.
Didn't actually realise.
He booted him into the back seat of the limo, and then Hogan gets in, and McMahon just opens the boot of the limo and starts grabbing all these duffel bags and fucking them in the back. Get out of my life. And then he starts booting the back of the limo. And as the show goes off the air, he screams, McMahon never loses. McMahon's the man. This is a great end to this feud, because Hogan won the match, but I feel like McMahon won the war.
Definitely.
And that is where we're ending SmackDown. I thought it was good, but no Brock or no Angle hurt it. It is what it is. I'll give it a 6 out of 10.
I think a 6 is fair. Yeah, no Brock, no Kurt. We did get McMahon Hogan there at the end. It was good. And we got a tournament, which was alright.
It's not over yet. Early rounds, the tournament is always a bit weaker to the later rounds.
Yep. Bit strange. I think it's Rhino and Benoit next week.
Cena Taker.
Yeah, we'll see who advances, but you know what? I'll give it a 7.
I think it'll be Cena Benoit. Well, I know it's Cena guaranteed, like, but
well, I'm gonna give it a 7. So a 6.5 out of 10.
6.5 out of 10, guys. Leave your thoughts down below, and peace, brother.